We are live, Lynn.
Wonderful. I'm getting everything else
Squared away.
squared away. We are now live on all platforms. So, how are you doing?
I'm great. How are you, Lynn? Good
I'm
morning.
doing good. Good morning. I am very excited that the weather is getting warmer.
Wah, wah. I like it cold, so this is not my favorite, but that little snowstorm we had Saturday really filled my heart with happiness.
Filled my heart with something else.
Yeah, I was thrilled to have it. One more little.
Yeah.
But now you've had 2 beautiful days this week. I mean, Wednesday and today.
I know. Although I hear it's supposed to rain later.
Hmm.
I don't know if it's later today or I think maybe tomorrow is when it's supposed to rain.
But it's still warmer. I mean, it's a spring day today.
It is. It's very nice. It's very lovely. Although we're now in the timing where you have to dress one way in the morning
Yes.
and then start stripping down as the day goes on.
That could be interesting.
It could be, you never know. So speaking of springtime, so did you hear that it is before, I don't know if it's before the House or before the Senate. One of them already passed it to
Daylight savings time?
daylight savings.
Well, I just saw an article somewhere that said if they pass this, that means it will be dark. Sunrise will be at 8 a.m. between like Thanksgiving and Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
So it's 7 o'clock in the morning. I mean, all these kids going to the school bus.
So funny you should mention that.
Okay.
Because, of course, knowing me, I did some research. So this is not the first time that it has been done away with. It was done away with once during World War II and another time in the 70s.
Now, what was the reasoning? Did you find that out?
To conserve, energy. Like it was both times it happened. It was during, like in the 70s, it was during like the oil crisis. Why that has anything to do with daylight savings, I have no idea. But that's what they pointed out in this article. And so both times, it's, you know what? In this country and in this world, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what anybody does, somebody's always going to be complaining about the other side of it. So everybody hates daylight savings of having to spring forward or fall back. I mean, I don't mind falling back. I do not like springing forward. But so like I said, so they tried it 2 other times, and they both times it kind of went back. The one in the 70s, they did it, signed it into law, but then there was all the stuff that happened with Nixon, so it kind of fell by the wayside. And people
because they couldn't get it through because they were talking about Watergate. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, well, I think just the emphasis, the push wasn't there. They did have it done, but then it was parents complaining, my kid's out at the bus stop or having to drive in the dark, and I mean, it's one way or the other, though.
Yeah.
I mean, you're doing it during the morning or you're doing it during the night. So
yeah, I don't have either way. I mean, I don't mind either of them. So
in the grand scheme of things, does it really matter?
No.
What I find fascinating is my dog Penny. She has a tummy clock that is on point.
Yes.
And even with daylight savings, she waited an hour.
She's like, nope.
I know. She was like, I get it. She was like, now is the time. And she's so cute because she'll come up and, I mean, she's not a super cuddly dog. She's a girl dog, and I've noticed girl dogs aren't as like cuddly as boy dogs tend to be. And so she will, she likes to be around you, and she'll lay next to you and everything, but she's not a, like, I think I'm a lap dog kind of dog. But at dinner time, her tummy clock goes off right at that time, and she'll walk over and she'll like stand up with her front paws on the couch so she can get right in your face, and she'll just give you one little lick on the nose.
Aww.
And she's like, it's time. It's time, please get up. So, and she got daylight savings, and with the fallback, she
adapted right away.
She adapted right away. It was amazing. Better than I did. Better than my kids did. So yeah, so that is on again, off again relationship with daylight savings time. I don't know what the
All right, so what are you going to
was.
predict? What do you predict?
I think it's probably going to go the same way as history, where they're going to try it, then people are going to complain, and then it's going to go back.
So we'll be doing this again in 6 months, is that what you're saying?
Well, I think they did it like in a year when, because you have to actually have it get
both
through.
Of them. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then there was some other, during the 70s, I think it was also interesting, where one senator actually had proposed that they also do away with the time zones and just have USA time, which I don't think that'll work.
I don't know how that would work.
No, I mean, yeah. I don't either.
Interesting.
I don't think that's not coming back though.
Yeah.
So another thing I came across is, I don't know if you remember, but there was, Evergreen is a large container shipping company. And a while ago, they had a ship that was stuck in the Suez Canal that caused
Yes.
a
All
bunch,
of this
all of a
supply
bunch of backups.
chain
Exactly.
shortage. Yeah.
Well, now they have another one called Ever Forward that's stuck in the Chesapeake Bay.
Ever forward not.
Exactly. So now the thing is, this one is not affecting shipping and stuff. Like, other ships can still get by this one, so it's not blocking everything. But just the fact that the ship is called Ever Forward and it's stuck is
The irony of it, I know.
Is causing some chuckles throughout, and that's right here in the Chesapeake Bay. So
Interesting.
Yeah.
What's on it? Do we know?
I don't know what's on it. I don't know.
It'd be fun to find out.
Yeah.
Unless it's your kitchen set or your furniture
Correct.
you're waiting for. Or
Correct. Yes.
That
But no,
is
I don't know
fun.
what's on the ship. And then this coming up this week is peak bloom for the cherry blossoms.
Yeah,
So
early this year.
22nd through 25th is when they're going to be popping.
That's great.
And there is, I think I saw it on Washingtonian. They have, and I'm sure they have it linked to some other more official like cherry blossom site, but they have a map as to like where the super peaks are going to be happening.
Oh, nice.
So you can kind of plan out your little path.
effectively plan where you should go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Good. That'll be
that's
fun. I
this
mean, that's
week.
always a great thing to go see. And you can do it outside. You can. We used
Mhm.
to get up really early, like 4:35, and go down and just park. There's nobody there.
I've
And then
never
at
been.
sunrise. You,
I know. I talked about this last time I was on.
Lynn,
Never been.
we might need to have do a team outing.
Yes, but I'm not going to be here.
True.
So.
Oh, you'll miss it.
I know, but that's okay. Another interesting thing is there is, oh my gosh, and I did write down the guy's name. I thought I forgot to write down the guy's name. There is an Ashburn baker who is going to be on Netflix newest show. Is It Cake? So
Oh,
and
it looks like an
debuts-
actual object.
It looks like an object, and bakers come in and do it. It actually debuts tonight, and this is his 10th cooking show that he's been on.
What?
I know. His name is Stephen Weiss. So,
Has he been on? Have they all been baking shows, or has it been like Top Chef?
They're all been some type of cooking show.
Okay.
So,
oh, that's
but
kind
yeah.
of cool.
So Stephen Weiss or Steve Weiss, if you watch the Is It Cake on Netflix debuting tonight, he is an Ashburn man. So root him on.
Yay.
Some sad news for bagel lovers
Mhm.
is Call Your Mother is no longer going to be opening in Old Town. So Call Your Mother is a very, very popular bagel shop in DC, and they were expected to be opening a place in Old Town Alexandria, but due to just kind of, paperwork, the building, all of that, they've decided that it's better for them to just focus on the DC.
So they're not coming
So they're not
everywhere.
coming.
They're not coming anywhere.
For the particular spot that they were planning on opening in, that is not.
Was it in
happening
Old
anymore.
Town? Or was
In
it-
Old Town.
Yeah. Okay.
So maybe in the future.
Yeah.
I'll be. I don't know what's happening in Old Town. The whole reason the Ballyshanner's St. Patrick's Day
Yeah.
parade didn't happen this year was
Yeah.
because one of the reasons was because of paperwork, like not
Seriously?
getting permit stuff there. And I'm like, you've been doing this for how many years now?
Give them a pass. I mean, honestly, yes, get your stuff together. But if there's a lot going on with COVID,
Well, and I'm like, shouldn't it be like a well-oiled?
right? You're just
ship
copying,
at this
signing,
point?
put a new
Exactly.
date on it, and go.
Yeah. So that St. Patrick's Day is not over. It's extending
No,
into
it's not.
September. That's when they're going to be doing. The Ballyshaners are going to be doing their St. Patrick's Day parade.
That'll be fun.
Chalkboard wings and barbecue.
Now, what do you think
is-
what they sell?
is actually doing a soft opening in the Fort Belvoir area.
Oh,
They're soft opening now, and then they're going to be fully open early April. What does it mean, soft opening? So one of the big things is they don't have their alcohol license yet, but you can go and get like the wings,
Yep.
all the barbecue stuff. In the meantime, and check them out. So like I said, they're open right now for kind of a soft opening, and then the bigger grand full opening will be in early April. So that'll be nice.
Yeah, and then they get to kind of work out their systems and see flow and
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then lastly, 4 Mile Run is going to be dredged.
Wow.
It's mainly going to be a section near Mount Vernon Avenue, and it's going to be a process that takes anywhere from 4 to 6 months to dredge that. But it needs to be done just because of, just kind of buildup and
Eutrophication,
flooding that has been happening in the area. So, it's great. I'll be really curious. I've never been near something that's been dredged, but I don't know if it's going to stink.
Smell. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
And it's right in the summer months. Yeah. But, they can't do it in the winter.
No.
But, yeah, so that's the news that I have.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. I thought you were going to say 4 Mile Run is going to become 3 Mile Run.
Oh.
For some reason. Okay, so they're
No,
dredging
it's being dredged. It's being dredged.
In the end, that'll be great.
It will.
It's just
It
getting
will.
through that process.
Yes, and especially the Alexandria area. I spoke about it a few weeks ago, where they were saying that, new NOAA reports out just with sea levels rising. Alexandria is going to be hit hard by 2050.
Yeah. Every time it rains, a good solid rain here.
Yeah. I know.
Those
So hopefully
sandbags
this will
come
be
out.
I know, exactly.
I feel so bad for those folks right down by the water.
I do
know.
too. I know, but that's also kind of like
Comes with the
right.
territory, yeah.
If you want to be on the water,
You're going to be on the water.
or in the water. So, all right. So, what do we have happen? What did we have happen this week? So, we actually this weekend. This is the first weekend in a long time we don't have an open house.
I know. It's kind of strange.
It is. We have a bunch of homes that are in the process of getting ready. So they are going to be coming on in the next couple of weeks, but they're going through, one of them's going through a major renovation, whole house renovation. We were over there yesterday. The cabinets came in.
Nice.
They're really nice. And the floors are in. It's going to be beautiful. But we'll give you more information on that if you're looking for a single family home in Fairfax. That has all new stuff. But yeah, we'll have a few are coming on in the next couple weeks. But nothing this weekend, so we get to go out and enjoy some sun, although it's supposed to rain now.
And the blossoms are just like at the beginning of next week. But
Exactly.
we could still go and get something
Yes.
from them.
Yes.
Okay.
So, all right. But what we did do this week is for our development update, I went ahead and I took a look at the Northern Virginia Transportation Plan. There are some big projects that are happening. I went into not only some of the larger projects like the One, which is a big rapid transit project going on. Also took a look at a plan that's getting some kind of more emphasis on it right now, really focusing on like these smaller projects, talking about, pedestrians, bike lanes, all that kind of stuff going throughout the region. How much, I want to say, it's like billions of dollars that are going to this project. So it's great to get that interconnectivity happening with all of those, because it is kind of like piecemealed, and now they're finally kind of getting it all together. And then some other major projects, I also went ahead and linked in there to when I focused on all of the development happening along 66, and then also the massive development happening on 28. Because those are major thoroughfares throughout the area. And if they're on track still, the 66 one is supposed to be wrapped up by December this year.
Oh, that would be great.
It will be great. There's going to be
especially
a
if
lot.
You travel on 66.
Yeah, so that one's supposed to be wrapped up. Metro lines are supposed to be opening this year. I'm going to be diving into that. I think I'm going to do that one for our June issue. Dive into where those metro lines stand as to their opening dates and everything like that. So
Excellent.
Lots of transportation stuff happening. We also did our What You Get For series at the $630,000 mark in Herndon. This was a beautiful, very sophisticated townhome over in the Herndon area, Coppermine Crossing, right by like Sunrise Valley, like right kind of in the thick of it. It 3 levels, 4 bedrooms, 1 3.5 baths.
And they
Beautiful
had
picture box
that
molding,
bump out,
the columns,
which was
yep.
beautiful.
The bump out, which is an office. Well, they
And a
had it
sitting
used
room,
it as an
yeah.
office, yeah. So it was, I mean, it was a great townhome. But this gives you an idea of what those monthly mortgage payments are and what you can expect, what type of home you can expect for
That
different
price
price
range.
ranges. We also took a look at Irish bars where you
Woohoo.
could have celebrated St. Patrick's Day. I'm Irish, so
I'm Irish too,
I
but
don't ever really need a reason
I don't either.
to go to an Irish bar. So, but the thing is, since St. Patrick's Day fell on a Thursday, yes, there was a lot of activity, but there's also a lot of events that kind of bleed into
Yes,
the weekend as
which
well.
We'll talk about.
So definitely check them out. If you didn't have a chance to get out on Thursday, make sure to, hit up this site, our website,
Yes.
focusonnova.com, and go patron an Irish bar, be Irish for the day. So, and then next week, we have a lot going on. So I had my debut doing our new platform for the market update. This is where we take a look at the official numbers that have come out. So I was taking a look at the numbers from February of this year, but then also talking about what we are actually seeing on the ground as we are out and about, both with our sellers and our buyers.
And those are two different stories.
They're two very different stories. And I also went ahead, and the day that I was putting this together was the day that the Fed was talking about the rate. So I talk a little bit about that, and even do a little bit of forecasting on what we think is going to happen. One thing I found interesting, which I actually don't remember if I said it in this video, is that home builders themselves are their projections, they're looking at things slowing for them a little bit by 2%, like
that doesn't help.
Yeah. So
this market,
I know,
for buyers.
Yep. So there's a lot going on. With the Fed is raising rates. That's always kind of, sometimes it's simultaneous with how that affects the mortgage interest rate. Sometimes it's not. But the fact that we already know that they're going to be, not only this time, but they're going to be doing it, in a few more times throughout the year. So that's something that nobody has a crystal ball to see how that is going to affect the real estate market. But inventory's down. I want to say year over year for February, house inventory was down 43.3%.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's significant.
It is significant. So, and we're also pending, or coming soon, our new active are down. But also, what was down is mortgage applications. So, only by 1%, but
still down.
Still down. We also, for our What You Get For series, move a little further west, and we are taking a look in the Manassas area. This was a 3-level townhouse, unfinished basement. This one was sold as is. This was a project that people had to take on when speaking with our seller as to how they wanted to go about putting this on the market. We had contractors in to go over, to get it to, max profitability. This is the work that would be suggested. These are the bids for it. But we really, with posing all of this information to our seller, because of this specific neighborhood, one thing that people do definitely still need to keep in mind when they are looking at renovating a home is, what does that overall neighborhood bear in regard to the highest price? We were definitely, for this home, looking at not making a massive profit margin if all of the work was to be done, because there's a top for what this neighborhood has done and what this neighborhood will most likely get. So this was listed lower than $290. But so they still saw a profit margin. But this is, so if a 3-level townhome in the Manassas area, actually in Point of Woods over Manassas, looking at what those numbers are for the 290 mark, knowing that this one would need
put some money into it,
renovations done to it. And then
hometown tour.
Yes, you're headed out there.
I'm heading out to Manassas this weekend to do our hometown tour. That's a series where we go into a specific area and do a little video and tell you about all the things that you can go and do there. So I'm excited to do that, and hopefully the weather will cooperate this weekend to do
Yes.
that. Hopefully.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to go out there and have some fun in Manassas.
You know, so I'm a Northern Virginia native, and I mean, Manassas has changed so much.
Yes,
The downtown area is so stinking cute.
it is cute. It's very cute.
It is. They have some great shops down there, some great restaurants, lots of seafood restaurants.
Yeah, which I love.
I found that very interesting. So it is, and they have done a fantastic job of really revitalizing their downtown
Yes.
area. So it's really nice, and I can't wait to
Me
see
too.
what you take a look at. So things to do
things
this
to do.
weekend. So what did
Okay.
you come up with?
All right. Well, this one I have been reading a lot about, and I'm excited about it. The Friends Experience.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if you haven't heard about this is where you can go to this. I mean, I guess you call it an exhibit, and you can actually be on the set, the iconic parts of the set of Friends. So you can sit on the couch that was in the. You can pivot the couch up the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
You can sit in Monica and Phoebe's. Rachel's apartment, and
Well, at one point it was Phoebe's as well.
yeah, true.
And at one point it was Chandler and
Yes,
Joey's.
it was. That damn trivia game. So anyway, it started yesterday. You can go in and have a Friends experience. A fun thing to do with girlfriends, I think.
I think we should head over there to Pivot.
You want to?
Pivot.
Yeah. I asked Wes. He was like, no. So anyway, that started yesterday, and it goes through June 5th. And you can find that information on our website under things to do.
Okay.
Another fun thing this weekend is there was you'll love this, a super pet show. Have you heard about this?
Yes, I know about the Super Pet Show.
Have you been?
I have a story to tell you.
Okay.
But I'll wait till you finish.
Okay,
talking
so
about
it's at the Dulles Expo Center. There's over 150 vendors. You can bring your pet,
it. Mhm.
and they have like celebrity dog trainers. And I only know one, which is Cesar.
Right.
I
Does
don't
he
know.
still do it?
I don't know. I don't know who the celebrity dog trainer
Yeah.
is. And then they have training workshops, and you can buy things for your pet. So it's very popular, and it's Saturday and Sunday, 18th to the 20th. So that's actually today through Sunday. Okay, did you want to tell me a story?
Oh, okay. So over the holidays, we lost one of our dogs, and it was very sudden, and we were hit hard by this because it was not expected whatsoever. And I'm a dog lover. I'm an animal lover. We had 5 pets. We had 3 dogs and 2 cats. And I was in the middle of doing a deal to where I was texting back and forth with the lender to get, an updated pre-approval letter and everything. And we're in the process of texting, and we get it worked out, but then right after, like within a minute, he texts me, and it's a picture of a dog he's fostering. And he was like, "Do you want him?" And I was like,
He was really cute, I have to say.
"Oh my,
Yeah.
oh, you saw him?"
Yes, I
Okay.
saw him.
I was like, "Oh my God." And so we talked as a family, and we were like, okay, we were gonna go meet the dog, and right when we were trying to schedule a time, my oldest son actually said, he was like, "I'm not ready, it's too soon." So we called it off, and we were like, it's too much for us right now, but we do truly hope, that
Yeah.
he's gonna get adopted soon, because Troy is super cute. So a week had gone by, and he still hadn't been adopted. And I said to my husband, I was like, "Oh my God, Troy's still available." But we didn't do anything because I didn't, I wanted
Yeah.
to respect my son.
And I am impressed when you told me that he really thought through that and understood that.
Right. But he's also the son where you 100% know where he stands on any subject.
Still, I think that,
Right.
I mean, every kid wants to get another dog.
Right.
It's all.
Yeah. So we ended up getting adopted. And I was thankful, because there were just a lot of little things where I do believe in karma. And there were just a lot of little things where I was like, I don't know, I kind of feel like, because I was not seeking out a dog. But literally, this was the second time someone has personally come to me asking if I would take a dog since we lost Jax. And so I get a text message yesterday from Steve's wife, and she was like, "So people who adopted Troy, the kids are severely allergic, so he's available
No.
again. I said to my husband, I was like, I feel like the universe is screaming
Yeah.
at me to take this dog. So I mean,
When did
I
that
want-
happen? When did that call come?
Yesterday. And I need people to tell me what to do, because I want to, still obviously respect. But so here's the thing: is my older son said, he was like, well, first of all, he said, I don't think we need another animal. and he did say it was too soon for him for our other dog. But then he also said, he's like, but I'm leaving for college. So
True.
if you guys want to get one, but I want everybody to be on the same page.
Yeah.
Because he's still going to be here.
Right.
You know.
Until September.
But then
August.
but then Troy came back, and I'm just like, tell me what to do.
I mean, if you believe in signs, I mean.
I do. And here's the other thing, which hopefully I'm not going to cry when I say this. So Troy had a brother who I would not have been able to adopt because he was tan and looked
Too much like Jax.
and his name was Jax.
Oh.
I know.
That's
And I'm
another
like, so
sign.
I'm saving Jax's brother. I know. I don't know what to do.
We're gonna have to take this offline.
We will. So.
Okay, let me go into
Okay.
the. Okay.
I know.
I don't know if you can follow that story really with anything, but so have you ever been to the Reach at the Kennedy Center? It's really called Victoria Park.
I think I have without
Knowing you were there.
knowing I was
Okay.
there, because I was actually just at the Kennedy Center.
I
this
know you were,
weekend.
and I meant to talk about that. Okay, so the Reach at the Kennedy Center, there is this, a wine garden, a wine beer garden, right? So it's outdoors, it reopened
Yep.
yesterday, and so they've got a whole new menu, all new different wine offerings, and they also opened a new exhibit at the Kennedy Center called Cold and Ice. So this weekend would be a perfect weekend to go out
Oh, yeah.
and check out that exhibit, and maybe go to Victoria Park and have a little nibble and some wine.
Oh, that is a good idea, and I don't leave till Sunday morning. So
You could do it.
I
You
could
could
do it.
definitely do it. And then the last thing I have is, speaking of St. Patrick's Day, trickling into the weekend,
Mhm.
this weekend is Ireland at the Wharf. So at the District Pier, you can
Mhm.
go, and it's on Saturday, and they're gonna have Irish step dancers and bagpipers, and although I think bagpipers are Scottish, so I'm not sure.
They are, but you know what? They kill me every time.
Oh, I love 'em.
At
But
a funeral.
oh,
I
that's a
can
killer.
keep my eyes dry, and then as soon as they start
Yeah.
playing,
And
waterworks.
they're also gonna have a Guinness Beer Garden.
Oh,
Imagine that. So anyway, if you didn't get to celebrate St. Patrick's Day, you can still do so this Saturday at the District Pier.
I was awful. I'm Irish, and I was awful because my whole obviously, if I'm Irish, my whole family's Irish. They start sending the text threads last night, and they were like, "Happy St. Patrick's Day," and everyone's taking pictures of what they made for dinner.
Yeah.
And because we're leaving on Sunday, we had to go get COVID tests. So since we were out, we just grabbed food, and I just wasn't even thinking it's St.
St.
Patrick's
Patrick's
Day.
Day, right.
So they're all sending pictures of the corned beef and the hash and the Guinness cake, and
Yeah.
I was like, we had Mexican and French. Like, I'm a horrible Irishman.
No. Hey, you know, reality, real life takes over sometimes.
Yeah, I just don't ever know what day of the week it is.
Yeah. Plus, you have to really go, like, I don't like the smell of cabbage, and I'm Irish. My parents were born in Ireland.
Well, and I'm a vegetarian, so I'm not
Yeah.
eating the corned beef anyway. So
Yeah, and
literally, but I love
yeah.
the soda bread.
Yeah, yes. Well, what about cabbage? Do you eat cabbage? Cooked
Um,
cabbage?
Not cooked cabbage.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
like
just
cooked
that
cabbage,
smell
but I eat
emanates.
cabbage, but not cooked cabbage.
So maybe.
And I don't like potatoes.
Wow. Are you Irish?
I think I got all the German. All of my family, so I'm the youngest of 5. All of my sisters are like covered in freckles, red hair, and then there's me.
Wow. And all of your sisters have red hair?
They have red hair.
Wow.
Or like red strawberry blonde.
Heading towards red, yeah.
Like my one sister, Kathleen, I mean, she looked like little orphan Annie. Like, she has the red
Aw.
curly, I mean, now it's long, but when she was younger, it was short. And, yeah, they all have, like, the reddish, strawberry, blonde-ish hair. I mean, who am I kidding?
Are you the
We're all
youngest?
going gray now.
Are you the youngest?
Yes, I'm the
Okay.
youngest. I'm the youngest, not the baby. The sister above me is the baby of the family.
Okay.
Everybody agrees to that. Even she does. So I always have to say that, because whenever I say I'm the youngest, they're like, "Oh, you're the baby." I was like, "No,
No.
the youngest,
Got it.
not the baby." But yeah, no, all of my family's like covered in freckles. I can actually count how many freckles I have.
Wow. Yeah,
So.
you must have had.
I think it just all ran out by the time it got to me, and I just got the drawing.
That could be.
That could be. So that's it for today.
That's it. That's all we got.
I know. So let me know what you guys think I should do about the puppy.
Okay.
Not that it is just my decision.
Yeah.
But I can take stats to the family to be like, look,
yeah.
82% of people
Who watch
from my Facebook page think I should adopt the dog.
Yeah, we should have had a picture of him. Do you? Oh, you can't do
I
that.
do have the picture. He's so cute. But here's the other thing: is part of me is also like, I don't want to talk about it too much because, what if I can convince my family I don't want someone else to go adopt him?
True.
I know.
You've given away no details.
Yes. So, all right. Well, happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Let me know if I should get a dog again. Another one.
And have a good trip. We won't see you next week.
I will not be here next week. Hopefully, I will be here the week after because that means that I tested negative to get back into the country. Although that being said, I still don't have my test back, so I don't know if
You'll be fine.
I will be
Fingers
fine.
crossed. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Have a happy
Happy
Friday,
Friday.
everybody.